The following program contains strong language and content of a sarcastic, tongue-in-cheek nature. Viewer discretion is advised. Hello everyone, I figured since I spent 2 videos mocking TNA, I should skip across to the other side of the pond and make fun of the WWE. Tonight I'm looking at the longest running show, and arguably the one that needs the most help right now. That's right, I'm looking at Raw. Now, right off the bat, I hate their new song. They've had it for a few years now, so it's not really new, but I hate the lyrics. It has really good lyrics up until the very end of the chorus when they say, "I want to be loved." It's a wussified song, and they really need to change it because that shouldn't be reflecting the wrestling on their show. We start off the night with Cody Rhodes taking on Triple H, but prior to the match, D-Generation X, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels come out, cut a promo about their upcoming match against the Legacy at Hell in a Cell. It's an okay promo. It goes on for a little too long for my taste. I think it should have been short, sweet, and concise, and then just have the match start. I've got 2 minds about this feud. I think this is kind of foolish to bring DX back again. The only way it's really going to work is if Triple H eventually turns on Shawn and becomes a heel again. Then I'll be okay with it. Another gripe I have is that they're building up Legacy about a year too late. Honestly, the tag team has always been mismanaged from the beginning, but now suddenly they're trying to make them believable, and I just don't buy them as a threat to DX at all. Maybe if they had a couple title reigns under their belt, they would have been a little more believable. Honestly, this feud really isn't exciting me all that much, and it's just a matter of too little, too late. After that, our guest host Cedric comes out and starts talking about all the wrestlers in the back. And Santino comes out, and then Chavo comes out, and then it goes on for a little too long. And I honestly have no fucking interest in seeing Cedric versus Chavo. Why didn't they just make it Chavo versus Santino, which is what it's going to turn into anyway? After we come back from commercial, it's Miz versus Evan Bourne. It's a pretty decent 8-minute match, I think it was. Maybe a little less. I think once Miz becomes an established star on Raw, a feud between him and Evan Bourne would be a good thing. My one criticism is that the promo they did before the match should have actually come after the match, because the Miz gets attacked by Kofi Kingston and then he wins the match afterwards. It's not really all that believable. I think it should have come after the match, then Kofi attacks him and takes the belt back. Would have been a lot better. After we come back from the break, we have the John Cena, Randy Orton contract signing for Hell in a Cell, and it goes on for about 20 minutes, and that's probably about 10 minutes too long. Jericho and the Big Show come down to attack Cena because Orton, you know the story, you probably watched it. It's fucking stupid. They make the main event with 47 minutes left in the show. That's just fucking lame. And it doesn't help that I hate 6-man tags, and they definitely won't be giving this match enough time to wow me. So if Alicia Fox is the number 1 contender to the Divas Championship, why isn't she on commentary? So we get Mickie James versus Beth Phoenix in a non-title 2 or 3 minute match. What a fucking disappointment. Couldn't they give this like 5 or 8 minutes, you know? They gotta waste their time doing promos all night instead of giving us some really solid matches. You know, we're over the halfway point in this show, and we only had 2 matches in the first hour. That's pathetic. And I don't fucking buy Alicia Fox as the number 1 contender. I don't understand why they're giving her a title shot. She doesn't look like she's talented in the least. You know, as stupid as it looks, I actually want to see Zombieland. I don't like that whole running zombie bullshit, but it just looks so funny and entertaining. I'm definitely going to see it in theaters. After we come from the break, we have Kofi Kingston taking on Jack Swagger. And it doesn't last long because The Miz comes down to steal the belt again, and Jack Swagger attacks him and takes the belt for himself. And I guess he technically loses the countout because the match never ends. Another horribly short, not even a match really, it was more of a segment, kind of lame. You know, there's only one problem with me winning that Scrabble for Subway contest. I wouldn't be caught dead in a subway. Honestly, I'm more of a Quiznos guy. Is anybody honestly excited by that Halo 3 ODST game coming out? And we get the crappy Cedric versus Chavo match next. With the mask on, Cedric looks like the guy from the Wild World of Batwoman. Or he looks like Samson from Samson versus the Vampire Women. If you look at the crowd reaction, you can tell they don't really give a shit. This is just a fucking waste of time. You know, come on. Yeah, this was entertaining for that one woman fan they showed. She needs to get super kicked. Finally, it's Lillian Garcia's final night on Raw. It was really nice for them to give her a few minutes to talk to the crowd. I honestly think this Raw should have been devoted to her. I mean, she's been a staple for, over 10 years now. I would have done something special for her. I would have done something to surprise her and say that, we valued you as an employee and you're going to be missed. It just seems like giving her 5 minutes is the least they could do, and she deserves a hell of a lot more. You're going to be missed, Lillian. Finally, we come to the main event, the 6-man tag. Now, honestly, this doesn't make sense because don't Cena and Orton have a no-touch clause until Hell in the Cell? Or was that just during the signing of the contracts? I don't know. It's stupid and it's a fucking waste of time. And it doesn't feel like a main event. The stipulation that they give that Cena or Orton have to run the gauntlet next week, depending on who wins, I guess is okay. It doesn't really make all that for exciting television. I could really honestly care less who wins this match. Yeah, Lawler, we've got a great main event with only 6 minutes left in the show. Overall, this match was horrible. This was a horrible Raw. There was one pretty good match, 2 average matches, and a fucking joke of a match. A match that was given 2 minutes, and a match that didn't even fucking end. I'm completely disappointed, but I'm totally not surprised. Raw hasn't been good for a long time, and I challenge somebody to defend this show as not only being entertaining, but offering great wrestling at the same time. I don't want you comparing this to TNA. I want you to convince me alone that this show is good, because it's not. It sucked, and that's the bottom line. I'm out.